going on, everyone? It's Rich Lux, and I'm here with... This is the part where you introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah? Well, I like to call myself the Tejano Prince. From
The Tejano Prince from Dallas.
Texas, yes.
Okay, and this guy's been knowing me for like, oh my God.
Almost a decade.
I'd say almost decade now. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be talking about... And he's one of the biggest Selena fans that I know.
Admirer, not a fan.
Oh, you're not a fan. Oh, admirer. Selena Quintanilla fan I know. Okay, so we recently saw the show. Yeah. The documentary where Yolanda Saldivar lip syncs for her life. And, you know, after I watched it, I kind of believe that what she said could be true. What do you think?
I sometimes feel like obviously can nothing take away of, like, from her being the Selena
murderer. Yeah, well, it's true. I mean, she did commit the murder. She went to jail. She served her time.
But what led up to that point?
Yeah.
I feel like there's a truth behind everything.
See, the thing is, right, I'm a firm believer that if you go to jail and you serve your time, and when you get out, you serve your time. Let go and let God. Like the rest, all the grudges and the animosity and the bitterness that people hold, then it fester inside them.
And I feel like a real Selena fan or admirer would just let that be, because who she was as a person, she would have forgiven her.
Mm-hmm. That part.
Yeah.
Period. So, what parts of this documentary did you think,
You know, this is part 1, right?
Yeah, it's very interesting. What part? What part? Any parts that kind of made you think differently?
I just thought it was very. I thought the part that stood out to me were like all the Selena voicemails.
Yeah.
Hey, Yolanda.
Yeah.
And she was very like, hey, like eager to see her, like happy to see her. Like, we don't know the full story. We will never know the full story. Only they know what happened behind closed doors. And I mean, can nobody paint a narrative for me about Selena, what she did or what she didn't do?
Oh yeah.
She's not here.
It's hard to even get him to watch like negative videos about Selena and conspiracies. Like, he doesn't want to watch or hear about it, because there's so many conspiracies out there that I think a lot of people have heard. The secretos de Selena and all stuff like that. I remember all those. But with that being said, you know, I don't think Selena was a perfect person by any means. I think no one is. But I think that the Quintanilla family, especially Abraham, the dad, I think he is...
I just feel like I mean, not to like, but just realistically looking at it in a business standpoint, and how like everybody's just so greedy sometimes. Mm-hmm. I feel like, obviously that was his daughter, right? But to me, it was just like he wanted part of her money. And I feel like...
Oh, the dad?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like Selena was broke. Selena was broke. The dad had all the money. Yeah. That we all know that. I think when she passed away, she had like $100,000 in her bank account or something like that. The family had a lot of money, but it was more the dad's side, you know. And he would just kind of give her crumbs, in my opinion. Or she would have, you know. I think that whenever I don't know, I forget. Did she say? And that's Yolanda say that it was a dad's fault or something like that. Something along the lines of that. And I do think that she's right to a certain extent. I think that if the dad, Abraham, wasn't so controlling of Selena and kind of let her be a free spirit, she probably would still be here to this day. Yeah. I think he was too overprotective.
Because also Yolanda said that she was making it clear that her biggest thing was fashion and creating, you know, pieces and her boutique and stuff like that. And so like that's what her dad feared, was her like not wanting to do music anymore.
Yeah, but I mean the fashion wasn't even. Yeah,
that's where his money was at.
Exactly, the fashion wasn't. I mean, the fashion was nice, but like it wasn't something I'm running to the store to be. You know, it just wasn't. Like, that's something definitely she could have done later on. Yeah. Like, you know, a lot of celebrities do candles, fashion, home, accessories, and so on and so forth. Like after their careers, like, you know, I think she was jumping the gun. But I think he was being...
I just think, to me also, that as soon as she signed over to a label, how they, you know, I don't know, something's just not adding up.
Because you get more watered down. Like, you become more like of a packaged deal, like A&R type vibe. A&R really doesn't really. It's not really like a big deal today. I think it should be, but it's
What's
like
A&R?
A&R is like artist development.
Oh, okay.
It's like okay, so we're gonna take you and we're gonna package you like this. This is your what you're gonna be known for. This is what you like that. Like that's like A&R basically in a nutshell. And we don't really see
relations.
Yeah, but we don't really see too much of that today. Like they just kind of like pick people and like, all right, that's cool, throw it out there. You know, it's like manufactured superstars in a way. You know, but anyways, I feel like the audio recordings. I want to know if the dad has heard them before. This is his first time hearing them.
Oh, because they were in the.
Yeah. You know, or is his first time he even seeing some of those photos?
Yeah.
Because I think that there's also some type of.
You think they're gonna take any legal action towards?
No,
they can't.
This is her truth. People don't understand, right? And I'm not defending Yolanda. She could defend herself. I have my opinions and reservations about her as well. But like, this is Yolanda's truth.
Yeah.
And some of it may be a lie, but this is Yolanda's truth. And when I hear it, like when I heard about this happening, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good because this is, in my opinion, this is just all publicity. This is all for money. This is all entertainment. Like, if she would have spun off and said, yeah, Yolanda was, me and Selena were part of an alien cult, and she just took it there, I would have been like, yes, give me more, take me to another planet, and just take it out of this world.
Yeah.
And then Yolanda says, and me and Selena were recording an album, and nobody knew about it. Nobody knew about it. Like, give me that whole fantasy.
Give me that whole delusion.
Exactly. Give me it all. And so a part of it, when I was watching it, it was giving me little bits and pieces of that. But I kind of wanted it to like play that into more. Do I think that this clears her name? What do you think?
No, I just feel like she's just holding herself accountable, and she does. And in order for her to like approve for parole, she has to feel very regretful. And she just has to show remorse in order for her to even get parole. That she, like.
Well, Yolanda at this point, because she could be a millionaire at this point off just the story and the crumbs of Selena. If she comes out and if the success of this 2-part series, and then there's always books and stuff like that.
And I think she legitimately does miss her. I feel like that does eat her up inside. Mm-hmm. But you just.
And I this is the part where a lot of people disagree with me. If Selena was alive today, I don't think she'll be as big as a star as she is in our minds.
I feel like she would.
See, this is I like that how you're disagreeing with me because we would never have a J-Lo.
Never.
We would never have Jennifer Lopez. And so I always think of like that.
I don't know. I just feel like something ain't adding up.
When you watch, in what way? Just
the whole like. It's like, I don't know, I feel like everything was low-key premeditated.
No, you can't just say that. Come on, I want to know more. What do you think?
I feel like her, I don't know, maybe I feel like...
Help me understand what you're trying to say.
I sometimes feel like Abraham and Yolanda had an affair. And those are the secrets.
Oh my God. Do you think that Selena was cheating on Chris?
I think she was just trying to get in her bag. I think she really loved Chris.
This is one thing. When I watch the movie,
like if a bitch, let's say she did get a BBL, like bitch, I want a free BBL. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey baby, how you doing?
if Selena, okay, when I watch the Selena movie, and then I watch the Selena Netflix series. Okay.
Oh, that was trash.
Okay, when I watch these, the main criticism that I think everyone needs to understand is that this picture that the movie and the Netflix series painted of Selena were from the eyes of mainly the father / family. Yeah. Okay, and if you look at it, she's very glorified. She's held to a high standard, and she is immortalized in a positive way. All right, and it's a great movie. The movie was nice. I just, as a fan and admirer, I would just really like to see a Selena movie or Selena series from the eyes of someone else other than the father,
right?
Other than the family. Maybe even a Chris, maybe even somebody who was really close to her, like an assistant or a business partner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, they didn't let Chris do what he wanted to do.
Exactly, but let me just drive this home. Like, if I passed away and my mom made a movie about me, it would probably be the greatest movie ever. It would paint me in such a good light.
Yeah.
But if the movie was from a point of view of, like, if you told my story, you would paint it as, like, here's the good, the bad, and the bottom line. Like, we would get something more real, more authentic than just, oh, he was just so perfect and nice Disney princess type vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I would just really like to see a Selena film, and this is why I'm interested in this, because I'm seeing it from someone else's perspective that's not the dad or the family.
Yeah.
That's why.
Also, too, what really boggles my mind is, why didn't she get charged for what it's known for? She's known for embezzling money, but she didn't even get charged for that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the dad's concern was the embezzlement.
Money.
But
But
there's no file, no charge against her. Obviously, she's gonna get charged for murder because that's the done and done.
the thing is, like, if the money's missing, which I've had people steal money from me before, thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just move with like caution and just, I think just, hey, you know what? It was nice knowing you. We're really busy right now. We'll give you a call if we need you in the future. Not make a big deal out of it like that. Right. You know, just like, see how it is.
Yeah.
And I think that he kind of, and I hate to say it, you know, like, if you read any of Abraham's books, have you read any of his books?
Uh-uh.
You know, I've met him. Have you ever met him before?
No.
I met him when I went to the museum. He was there. And I'm a very good judgment of character. I feel I have the power of discernment. I can just kind of see through what's going on real quick. And he still very much is very controlling. He still very much is his way or the highway. And that hasn't changed. And, you know, I'll give you an example. Like when you go on the... Have you gone on the tour? The museum?
Yeah.
If you go on the tour...
They actually just got remodeled. Yeah,
the dad's watching. He don't even need to be there, but yet he's there watching and telling people, take out, no phones, no pictures. I mean, no video. You can take pictures, whatever. But he's like there micromanaging the business still.
Do you feel like that's why, because not only is he a businessman, but that's the only thing he has left?
At some point, you just gotta like let go. Like it can run itself. It can run itself. Like some of the videos I edit, like I'm not watching them. I film them and then they get edited by somebody else and they get thrown up. Like you have to let the business kind of run itself and let it do its thing. But I think he micromanaged Selena so hard that it caused a lot of drama to this point even.
Yeah.
And here's Yolanda now. She's coming out with her story. And I guarantee you he's stomping his feet. He's upset. He doesn't want her to have a voice. He doesn't know what he should hear, what Yolanda has to say because she's the murderer. But at the end of the day, yes, she did murder Selena.
Yeah.
But she also wants to tell her side of the story. Let her tell her side. She can tell it to the moon and back. Who's going to hear it? Who's going to believe it? It's another story, right? Yeah. But you can't get upset about it. Let her tell her story.
It's not like that's going to bring...
Do I think that there's... stretching the truth for entertainment purposes, yeah, but I also feel like there is some truth there. Does that exonerate her and make her like a honestly good person? No. And if there's so many people who like to do true crime and all that stuff on YouTube, do one on the Selena one.
Yeah.
Do you think that she was a crazed, like a fan, like a jealous, bitter fan? Yolanda?
Sometimes because obviously they paint a picture of this person, right?
Of all the photos that she...
But sometimes you do want to see people. You do care for people. You do, you know what I mean? What if she was like, what if Yolanda was really like a punching bag? You know, what if she really was a good person and it just, you know, I mean, You gotta be a realist too. You gotta see that there's a truth behind everything. Like it don't matter what it is, and I don't believe in coincidences either.
Also, I think that the way that Yolanda got hired too was just kind of sus. It's like he wanted to hire somebody cheap and quick.
Yeah.
That he could manipulate.
And I feel like that's not the truth. I feel like there's two sides of the story, and then you have the truth. You know, Like imagine, papá de Selena encontrado culpable por tarararara. Boom, what if he was the one embezzling money?
Wow. And like when I went to the museum, right, and I'm looking at some of her jewelry and her fashion, like it's not even that sickening. I'm like,
in its era and its time, yeah.
No, but some of it look fake. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what is this? That's gonna be her look?
Well, it's because when you create a piece,
it's like he didn't want her to spend money. I'm looking at her stuff, right? I'm looking at her stuff, and it's like in my opinion, it's like he didn't let her spend money. They kind of like held on to it real tight.
He did buy their houses, right? Like in cash.
But even then, the houses are very like they're not like,
Casotas.
You know what I'm talking about? Gated community.
Yeah. But
and their 24-hour guard and.
But think about it.
Concierge, like none of that is just. This is the house.
But in the 90s, in our communities, that was like.
And then they had a house in like the same little type of neighborhood. They never really like, let's just get a big house. I mean, she could have been like the Spanish Kardashian. That's how I see it. But what I've learned from this is like when someone is trying to control you that much, I would rebel too and just run away. But and that's why I think a lot of what Selena did was trying to rebel.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times do we know someone who's like a preacher's kid or a Catholic school kid and they're just like rebellious and really bad?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let her make mistakes. I think Selena would have been perfect in the eye of social media at that time if she was making mistakes. Because look at all these celebrities who make mistakes and they're embarrassed in the newspaper, but they're still living and thriving. It's like he wanted to protect her brand and her name so much. But part of making mistakes gives her clout.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
You know, let her F it up. Stop controlling her, and look what happened. And I'm excited to see part 2. And
I feel like part 2 is gonna be intense.
Mm-hmm.
Intense.
It's gonna be everything.
I feel like she just deserves to be heard too.
There you go. And a lot of people, what do you have to say for the people who like don't want her to be heard?
Because at the end of the day, like we all have families. We all we all have history. You know, we all have drama in our families, and we don't want to talk about it. So let her talk about it.
Let her talk, okay?
Oh, y'all probably talking about, Yolanda and whatever, but it's like y'all got your own. Y'all got worse issues going on at home.
For real, I feel like Yolanda has a story to tell that a lot of people are interested in hearing because all we hear from Selena's side is how great and nice of a person she is.
If anything, she's giving. Not that it matters, but it's just kind of. From like the stories that she would tell about Selena, it just kind of allows you to have a deeper connection with Selena. You listen. I was listening to her music last night, and I was just like, wow, like to hear that, to know that she was legitimately like a, sweet, caring person, and then the niece.
I want Yolanda on part 2 to be like, yeah, and like Bitty Bitty Bom Bom, she wrote that for me. That was our love song. Yeah. And that was our, and every time, and she said, Yolanda, every time you hear Bitty Bitty Bom Bom, just know I love you. And even though we can never be together, that's our song. I wanted that level of confusion and delusion.
Honestly, I just think to basically wrap up me in my head right now, I think it was a lot of spiritual warfare.
What do you mean?
Spiritual warfare? Like they fucked with her mind so much. Yolanda's mind so much. They put fear in her. She said she bought the gun because she felt fear for her life.
See?
And I know what that feels like. But I never went and bought a gun. I was thinking about it, getting a gun, because I didn't feel safe anymore.
Especially if you're dealing with a family that, not Selena, but a family that has that much money, or just enough money to put a hit on you. You know what I'm saying? Some people would feel for their life.
Yeah, so I see that, and yeah.
Now that you say that, I'm like, oh, that's a good perspective.
Because it's like, but obviously, It really could have been accidental. I don't think like I'm gonna kill this. I don't really think it was like I'm gonna kill this. But
well, I mean, if you're gonna kill somebody, so what's her name? Yolanda.
She would have killed it a long time ago.
Not only that, but I think wouldn't she have done it where, like, nothing comes back to her? That makes sense. Like I'm gonna walk in there and shoot her in the back, like, and like you know what I'm saying, like.
That, or hire somebody to do it.
I think so. Right? If that's what she wanted to do, I'm just saying. It's like, so in her mind, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna shoot her in the back, and then I'm gonna go to jail for it. I don't think that's how it went down. I think that the gun did go down.
I think.
The gun went off. Sorry.
Like, because I don't know.
But
we don't know.
Another issue I have, and I think it was in the book. Oh my god, I can't remember this part. Oh my god. If anyone in the comments has read the book that Selena's dad wrote, okay? There's a part where he gets a lot of backlash and criticism about the blood transfusion. Yeah. That she could have been saved if there was a blood transfusion.
But she was too late because the way she ran, she already had bled too much.
So
she hit her right on that artery.
I think he wanted to clear. I think in that book he wanted to clear that up. If you read the book, so yeah, even then people still are trying to blame him for stuff that he had no control over. Right. The only thing I can point fingers at the dad about is he was too controlling of a father. But can you blame him for that? No, for being a father? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that maybe that's something that
he didn't know how to. He didn't know how to separate business and. And being a father.
Yeah.
Parenting or whatever.
All right, guys. So let me know what you think about the Selena Quintanilla Yolanda Saldivar, the newest documentary about it.
The what? Saldivar?
Yeah. It's not salad bar. Anyway, you check him out. I'll put his links down below in the bio if you want to check out his music, his page, and everything like that. And I'll see you guys later. Any last words?
I don't know. I feel like Selena will always be the queen of the Hana music.
All right. Bye, guys.